Let's also bring on board our technical guest for today. We've got with us Manav Chopra, who joins in. He's technical research analyst at Nirmal Securities. Manav, to start off with, what's your call on the index? Do you believe that we're going to grind at these levels and consolidation is likely to kick in? And what are your top trading ideas?
Nifty has an immediate support at 59, 20, 30 on the downside, which coincides with the rising trend line drawn from its recent lows. In case if the Nifty manages to sustain these levels for a couple of trading sessions, we can expect a short-term bounce to 6,020 to 6,050 levels. 5985 is an immediate resistance to watch out in the near term. We need to close above that. So in short, 5920 to 5930 will act as a make or break levels for the markets. Now my topics would be, my first is call on HDFC Limited. This stock has taken support at its long-term averages and has managed to exceed its recent falling trend line, which confirms the short-term trend reversal and resumption of the original trend. The breakout in this stock has accompanied by good volumes and bullish candles, which is a bullish signal. It has a very strong support at 810 on the downside. One can maintain a stop loss of 805 for an upside target of 850. My next pick is Maruti. This stock has been a complete outperformer in the markets recently and has been forming a series of higher highs and lows. The stock has managed to exceed its recent swing high, which confirms a bullish uptrend and which is a positive signal. There is a very strong support at 1600 on the downside. One can maintain a bound with a stop loss of 1590 for an upside target of 1700. My next call is in IBR. The stock has formed several bearish candles near the resistance of 80 and has reached the support of 76 with a big bearish candle accompanied by sharp volumes, which suggests a very negative bias in the stock. With the presence of negative divergence in the oscillators, it indicates that there is limited upside from the current levels. The stock is also currently trading below its important short-term averages. I recommend a sell in this stock with a stop loss of 77 for a downside target of 71.
Very quickly, a word on Ambuja Cements and what do you do here? For somebody who's short, would you recommend staying short or taking money off the table?
We've already seen the stock declining, and the momentum indicators suggest that the stock still has a potential to decline further down for a 4 to 5%. So I would definitely remain short at the current levels. What we've also seen, we've not seen any sort of divergence or any momentum in this stock, and the support for this stock is down for probably another 5-6%. So I would remain short in this stock.
Manav, wanted to come to you with respect to your reading of Sun Pharma on the charts.
See, Sun Pharma has been in a very good uptrend, and it faces immediate resistance around 760, 762. If it manages to sustain and close above this, we expect a rise of at least, the stock would test levels of 790 to 810. And from the oscillator front, there is an absence of any sort of a negative divergence, which suggests that the advance is not yet done and one can expect further rallies into the stock. This stock has been a very good in uptrend since 2009, and what we've seen is that in case if there is any correction of 4 to 5%, it is the time that one should get into the stock. So at the current levels, I would maintain a buy.
Okay, a buy recommendation on Sun Pharma, 748 on last count. What's higher by 0.3% is Mahindra & Mahindra ahead of its numbers. Quite a few things that we need to watch out for in terms of their commentary on the expansion for SsangYong as well as Navistar. And we are expecting a strong set of numbers from this one. But on the charts, how are you reading into this one, Manav? It's at 900 presently.
See, this stock faces crucial resistance around the level of 918 to 920. I don't see the stock immediately crossing that, because we've seen a very sharp decline, and the previous support will act as a resistance in case of any advance. And there are a number of important. So 915.20 is where I would probably look for a shorting opportunity, and which would provide a very high risk reward ratio. I expect that there's one still decline left into the stock, and we can see the levels of around 865 to 850 in the near term.
To Manav and ask him his assessment on the charts. 454, there is a mild uptick coming in. How would you read into this?
The Canbank has taken support at its long-term 100-day moving average, which is around 440 levels, which is also today's intraday low. In case if this stock manages to sustain these levels and manages to exceed the crucial resistance of 460, we may see a short-term rise in this stock towards the levels of 475. What we've also seen is that the oscillators on the daily charts are in the oversold territory, so a short-term bounce is due in the stock. But let me tell you, the stock is in a short-term downtrend. So in case if you try to play a long position, it is only a contra trend in nature. We expect that the stock would probably hold this level and then it may rise. But it's possible that around 440, 443. In case if it is breached, you may see further downside.
Couple of these companies, Manav, if you can give me a chart check, one on an M&M and two on an EXIDE, that is up close to 4% in trade post the news.
See, EXIDE has given a breakout after its short-term consolidation. It had an immediate resistance of around 125 and it is currently trading above it. In the short term, we can expect the stock to test the level of 120, 132 and 136 on the higher side. The stock is currently trading below its long-term averages, so one can only trade for the short-term momentum basis. If you look at this stock on a higher time frame charts, the stock has been in a broader corrective mode, and we are at the lower support level, so I would probably like to go long at the current levels. We can maintain a stop of around below 125, which is the immediate support, and we can expect the targets of 136.
What about M&M, Manav?
See, as I spoke to you earlier, M&M faces crucial hurdles around 900 to 915, and I don't see the stock actually exceeding it on the high level. So I would maintain a sell on rise approach, as 915 is a crucial hurdles to be crossed, and it has a very strong and I would sell at the current levels. I expect at least one leg down in M&M and expect it to test the levels of 850. There's also a possibility the stock would make a new low and would also go and test the levels of 830. What we've seen in the stock on a high time frame chart is it has been in a rising channel pattern, and at around 900 and 920 it has formed a very good high which can be sustained for probably couple of months. So sell on rise for a near term is advisable in M&M.